Alright, so here's the coffee table. And as you can see, it was the first kit I did, and it was distressed with it's still Rustolem, and it's their distressing ivory kit. And in this one, you paint on the white surface first, and then you sand away areas that come in contact with the old furniture. Purposely, you don't purposely stand away stuff on new furniture, but in this case we wanted it to look old. So thinking about old furniture, people are going to handle the corners of this table a lot because it has a leaf on, it opens. So here's where you grab it, here's where you grab it, and then, if people move it around from place to place, maybe lean it up on the edge to sit it in storage or something. We put in some spots like that. Across the top, I used a chisel and I walked it across here, and I did that in a couple of spots to take out stuff. And over there in that corner, I didn't want to do too much with it, but I certainly wanted it to look old. And rounded over the corners some. So basically, you paint on the white and you sand off what you want to look old. The second coat, which is called the top coat, is essentially it is for the most part a stain. The stain will seep into this is a new piece of wood, paint it white, sand it. You're going to have pine exposed, brand new pine. And where those brand new pine is at, the stain, you wipe the stain on, and by the time you finish wiping it on, you take a towel and you wipe it off. So you only get a little bit in there. You don't want to saturate it, but I want to give it a worn look to it. This is another one. I don't think I put any poly on this. I think this is 100% as it was intended by the manufacturer. The inside, I put a little bit more detail into the bottom of it because in this area, I said, okay, that's where it's going to be laying on here on both sides. And this spot is going to be where my hand grips it when I'm opening it up on both sides. And so I just played with it basically, gave it a little bit of show. Alright, so let's show you something else I did. This was actually the very, very first piece of anything I made furniture-wise. And my wife wanted it to be old from day one. I, on the other hand, was saying, hey, this is the first thing I've ever made. I want it to look new. So I left myself a new spot. The rest of the furniture is painted white. But for me, I know that it was brand new. So this gives you a really good view of what the antiquing did to it. Now here's an additional feature. That dowel sticking out, there's 4 of them. Basically what I did was I drilled a hole in 4 spots, and I was going to cut it out and make a door. And my wife caught me and said, no door. So I just plugged in the holes, put the little antiquing finish over it, and it really added a little bit more to this piece than had it would been if I had not actually have gotten to the door. Alright, so now let's take this idea and go back out to the shop and let's antique our bed frame